Welcome to Get Real with Eddie, where we delve deep into the world of real estate with your host, the designated managing broker of Exit Real Estate Specialist, Eddie Ruettiger.
Oh, good morning and a gobble, gobble, gobble to you. Are you ready to eat tomorrow?
We actually don't do Thanksgiving until
Oh,
Saturday.
I forgot about that. You do a Saturday giving.
We do a Saturday giving, yes.
Yeah. So,
How about you? Are you ready?
oh, I'm ready to eat like the fat kid I am. I'm just saying. I have to be honest. When I was like single and, Thanksgiving was my favorite holiday. I didn't have to go to church. I didn't have to shop. It was nothing
just
but
had to eat.
I had to eat and watch football, and maybe was on the watching football. All right?
Yeah.
But I had to eat. And you're talking some of my favorite foods. Mashed potatoes, stuffing, cranberries, and turkey. Not so much on the turkey. I'm not that big of a turkey person. But stuffing. When I was in track and cross country in high school, I would
You stuffed yourself with stuffing.
I would literally come home, take a box of instant stuffing, throw it on the stove, make it, and then I go and work, because I worked at the electronics department in Sears. Mm-hmm. So I slapped it together in 5 minutes. I eat the whole box of stuffing. Mind you, I was like a whopping 130 pounds back then.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, stuffing, cranberry.
You got to have the green bean casserole.
No.
No matter what, you have to have green bean
I
casserole.
am not the casserole. I do like
I love it.
What's the marshmallow
the
green stuff.
The marshmallow greens.
Yeah, it's like
the Jello salad.
It's like a Jello salad, I think, maybe. No, it's not. It's not a Jello. I forget. It's like a marshmallow.
Well, you got the sweet potatoes.
No, not sweet potatoes. I can't remember. I should have asked my wife before I left this morning if she was making it for tomorrow. Because if somebody makes it, it's usually her.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Because we go over
so it's
families.
not a salad? Is it some kind of salad? Is it a sweet?
No.
Or a savory?
It's a sweet, but it's not really a dessert.
Right. It's just like a salad, like a Jello salad-ish kind of thing.
I forget what. Pistachio pudding, I think it is. I think for some reason that's jumping in my head.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
But that's more of a sweetie.
Yeah, but it's not really. But I'm
So do you do the pie? Do you like pie and all that?
Pumpkin pie is also my favorite.
Okay.
No whipped cream. I do not want whipped cream on my pumpkin pie.
No.
Nope.
Just pie.
I just want warm pumpkin pie if I can get it.
Okay. The fat kid I am.
Yes.
We decided to have some ice cream the other night, and Dairy Queen has pumpkin pie blizzards. Can I just tell you?
What?
It's the best stuff ever.
What?
Oh my God. I just thought, they have that? Let me try it.
Why has no one told me this?
I'm telling you now. Go. Do not stop. Just go straight to Dairy Queen and get yourself a pumpkin pie blizzard.
I know what I'm having. I know what I'm having for lunch.
So good. Yeah, your sugar's going to spike like heck. I shouldn't have told you, but oh my God, it just was so good.
You know what's funny is I've been watching my sugars during the day.
Yeah.
During the day, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I could literally have a sweet in the middle of the day.
And you're fine.
I'm fine. It's if I have a sweet or what I eat before I go to bed.
That's what makes the difference.
Some point.
Isn't that interesting?
I go down like normal, everything. But at some point, and it might not even be what I'm eating, it just might be my body. At some point, my sugars in the middle of the night start going back up.
Isn't that weird?
It is very weird.
It's weird.
It's very weird, and that's what we're trying to work on.
Don't wait till night.
No.
Go over at lunchtime and get yourself a
Yes.
pumpkin pie blizzard, because I'm telling you, it was so good.
All
and
right.
you could thank me later.
Let's get into some housing information and news here.
Okay.
So, where did I pull this? Fasco Works, I think it is the website. I'm not 100%. Hold on, let me move the Fast Company. So this was on fastcompany.com.
Okay.
All right.
Never heard of them.
I caught it last week. It came out on the 18th.
Okay.
Housing market shift. where power is quickly turning in favor of the buyers. So we're seeing some market shifts, and we've talked about some of these market shifts. And in certain markets,
it's happening.
We've got to buy something that's in favor of the buyers. Whether it's going to stay there, it will be interesting. In October 2024, national active inventory for sale was up over 29% over October 2023. While that's still 21% fewer U.S. homes for sale as compared to October of 2019, the rise does suggest that the the market is softening as buyers aren't purchasing homes as quickly as they were before. I disagree with that statement. I don't know where they're getting that statement.
Okay, well,
just because
I would agree that buyers are not buying as quickly. So I'm not seeing 8 offers on a house. I'm seeing 2 or 3.
But you're still seeing 2 or 3. And just because we're seeing I don't think the increase in inventory is because our buyers are softening. I think the increase in inventory is coming because more sellers are coming to the market.
I think it's both.
It could be both, but
it's both.
It is both. But I'm leaning towards the sellers coming to the market more so than the buyers.
And as we've seen, October, the rates did go down. And so there was a lot more scuttlebutt, you know.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot more going on when it comes to the rates in October and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. But it's all good. I mean, I love to see the market start to wiggle. We might get some wiggle room.
So they have this BLAT map. It's 1-year change in activity, housing inventory for sale, metro shift from the October 2023 to October 24, and metro size by numbers of activity. And so if you have a little bubble that's brown, you're seeing an increase, but if it's all blue, you're seeing a increase by 50,000.
It's a decrease if it's brown.
Brown, yes. And it's an increase if it's blue.
Yes.
And I'm seeing no brown on the entire map in the country.
I'm seeing dots of brown. Just
Where?
little dots, but not like the big metro areas are all greens.
I don't see any brown. Where do you see any brown dots?
So, well, you're going too far.
I see a lot
Go
of
in
white.
a medium. Like in the middle. Like where your cursor is right now. In that, go up. I wish I could point. I see some speckled brown.
There might be...
Like Indiana, there's some in Indiana. There was some in Missouri.
All right, I see something. That might be one in Minnesota.
Yeah,
Nope,
see, down.
Down 51%. All right, so
yeah,
we got...
So there's some brown. But they're not big metro areas. Like all the big major, Chicago, Miami, Indianapolis, I'm seeing all blue.
I'm starting to think I'm colorblind. Because these look like white dots to me. And then when I put the cursor over, I'm seeing these metros with negatives.
Yep.
On some of these. Some of the Indiana's
and
positive.
they're brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you look and they look clear to you, then you know they're brown.
Yeah. Over the past 12 months, active listings have inched up just about everywhere. However, the biggest inventory jumps over the past year are concentrated across the Sun Belt. Well, that's interesting. Many of those buyers in the Sun Belt have a greater connection of new construction. Home builders who have great margins to affordable adjustments like mortgage rate buydowns have been attracting a lot more buyers that way, and causing a boom in the housing market in those areas. Some of the Sun Belt markets, in particular around the Gulf, have also been hit by home insurance shock and slowdown in the pandemic, remote work, induced migration, thank you.
Yep.
In Florida is also a big aspect of this.
Yeah, and I'm curious now, 3 to 6 months from now, in hindsight, what all the hurricanes have done and how people will react to that. Will they stay and rebuild? Will they move? How things are going to change in those areas where they were severely hit?
Yeah, it's going to be...
Because Asheville was a hot market.
Yeah.
And now, now it's still a hot mess.
Yeah, it's just a disaster.
Very sad.
Yeah.
So how that's going to affect their overall housing, it'll be interesting.
So,
obviously, there's not a lot of houses left.
So for those wondering, when it comes to the Chicago market, all right, year over year, we are up only 13% in inventory from year over year. And when you look at it from 2019, we are still down 56.9%.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons we are still struggling. We have a major housing shortage in the Chicagoland area. We just do not have enough houses for people.
And if you look, Illinois in general is down. If you look at that little brown map, at that map, it's a lot of brown in Illinois.
Yeah, from 2019.
Since 2019. We're still in fact, the Midwest is down considerably.
Yeah, that whole Rust Belt area, and we all know these terms from the election. That's funny. But yeah, the Rust Belt, you're looking Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Minnesota. All of those are very brown. Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia. You've got a lot of housing that is still nowhere near inventory levels of 2019. So active housing market inventory shift in America's 50 largest metros. So looking at, let's see if anything in Illinois hit this list. I don't see any Illinois on the list. See some Texas, some Florida, North Carolina.
There's Indianapolis.
Yep. There's
Wisconsin, Milwaukee. That's close by.
Yeah. St. Louis, Minnesota, because that's partial Illinois area there. So Chicago, Naperville. Elgin.
There you go.
So here's some numbers. All right, so we are looking at the 5-year change between October 2019 to October 2024, pulled from the Lance Lambert Inventory Tracker. So 5 years ago, all the way up to a year ago. Looking at that data, so compared to 5 years ago, we are down 57%.
Yes.
4 years ago, down 37%. 21% down 3 years ago. 2 years ago, we were down 12%. And 1 year ago, we're up 13% from 1 year ago. If that doesn't sound like a normalizing market, I don't know what is.
Yeah, it's beginning to start to normalize.
And
gradually, you can see it.
Yeah, exactly. So, just really looking at the way that for our area and our market. Now, there's some markets that really took some really weird shifts. Look at Raleigh in North Carolina. 5 years ago, they were down 16%. Then 4 years ago, they were up 52%. Then up 197%. Then up only 10%. Then up 40%.
Yeah, they've been really all over the place.
So I think that's the new construction that came in. When you're talking about what's going on in the market and developing and things going on.
Well, and things were moving and grooving in the southern states. People want to relocate, especially during COVID.
And so it's about inventory. I mean, honestly, this market is all about inventory.
Yes.
It's supply and demand. Which brings up the question, is Wall Street really buying all the homes?
No.
Let's be real. Buying a home right now is tough. You're scrolling through listings, rushing to open houses, and maybe even losing out on competitive offers. All right? So, you've heard the reasons it's so hard to find a home is because big Wall Street investors are swooping in and snatching up everything in sight. But it's mostly a myth. While investors are part of the market, according to Redfin, they're only relatively a small part. Investors bought 1 in 6 homes sold in Q2. Inventory investors purchased 16.8% of U.S. homes sold in the second quarter. That's down from an all-time high of 20.8% hit during the pandemic.
And I was just going to say, you know what? It's not as sweet a deal for investors to buy right now either. So you're not going to see the amount that you did during the pandemic at 3% interest and all that. They were hot for it too, just like everybody was. Well, it was a deal.
Even they could get an interest rate in non-occupied. All right, they're getting a rate of 5%.
Yeah. It's a great deal for an investor.
All right. Right now, they're looking at interest rates from like 7 to 10. Mm-hmm. So they're not that in.
But 16.8%, that is a decent chunk. I mean, that's a pretty good chunk when you don't have a lot of inventory.
But you also need those investors buying that.
Absolutely.
Because
and you want those mom and pops to rent. I mean, we need a balance.
We need rental property.
Yeah.
We've talked about how rents are too high. The only way to offset rents pricing is to get more rental property.
Yeah.
They set vacant a little bit. Guess what? The prices are going to come down. So CoreLogic shows most investors are small and mom and pop types who own fewer than 10 properties. They aren't massive companies with endless resources buying these properties, for the record. Picture your neighbor who has another home, renting it out, or a vacation getaway. Only 1% of the market is owned by a large mega investor with thousands of properties. The majority are still owned by investors that are smaller and not Wall Street giants. CoreLogic says investors made 80,000 purchases in June of 2024 compared to 112,000 in June of 2023, and nearly 50% drop from the high of 149,000 purchased in June of 2021.
There you go.
So CoreLogic does point out that it's a downward trend and expects to continue in 2025. This is true. I don't see investors jumping back into this market because they know they got to compete against owner-occupieds, and that's not where they want to be right now.
Right.
So it does not work to their benefit. So with that, more homes, slower price growth, and what's it meaning for the buyer is kind of what's kind of in the talk right now.
Yeah.
All right. There are more homes on the market right now than you've seen in years before. And that could be a game changer if you're looking to buy a house.
Yes. Which will help if you're looking to sell a house and you need someplace to move. Now you're going to have more opportunities. So it's going to help a lot of people.
An article from Realtor.com helps explain. There were 29.2% of homes actively for sale on a typical day in October, compared with the same in 2023, marking the 12th consistent month of annual inventory growth and the highest count since December of 2019. So we're still not back up on a normal inventory level. We're still way down.
Yes. We're headed in the right direction.
Yes.
Which will normalize the market, which is a good thing. We need to have a normal market.
The number of homes on the market isn't quite back to where it needs to be. In the years leading up to the pandemic, this is definitely improving. See the graph, and you can see the upward trend for sure. Realtor.com explains, though still low than pre-pandemic, burgeoning home supply means buyers have more options. And that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, it's options.
It's just having more options to go, all right, what can I buy? What can I afford? And can I get something I actually want to spend money on?
Well, and things are staying on the market for a week or two instead of a day or two.
Yeah, and that's it gives them a chance to get out, look at the house, figure out if they want to make an offer, figure out what they want to do, address issues. Like, we just looked at a house, and I had concerns. There was water penetration in a finished basement.
Oh.
There was some peeling paint. I had some soft drywall issue. You know, it didn't feel damp, but it felt soft, very soft, just a little soft.
Yeah.
And
like maybe there was some penetration at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. But see, that's the thing. So my client's got time to now sit back and think about that versus, take it or leave it. There's 5 other offers already in on it.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes a big difference to
It's
a
a huge difference for people.
So, Lance Lampert, co-founder of the Reese Club, explains, generally speaking, housing markets where active inventory has returned to the pre-pandemic 2019 levels have seen home prices grow soft or even decline outright from their 2022 peak. Yeah, we're seeing some home prices come down in some markets. We're just not seeing it in our Chicago metro market.
No, we're still heavy buyer demand.
Yeah. So, Doctor, I have no idea. Aju Vaja?
No, stand by.
All right.
Aju Vaja.
Vaja. I was close.
Aju Vaja.
Dr. Aju Vaja, Deputy Director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, FHFA. For the third consecutive month, U.S. house prices showed little movement. Relatively flat house prices may improve housing affordability. So we're not losing money. They're just flat.
Right. They're breathing.
Yeah. Your house was $300,000 last month. It's $300,000 this month. It was $300,000 the month before.
Yeah.
I mean, so we kind of seeing that in some markets. We talked about Shanahan. I was going through Shanahan's stuff. That was showing kind of a flat market.
Mm-hmm. I think you're going to start seeing that.
Yeah.
More flat markets.
Yeah. You're not losing a value in the house, but they're just not going up.
They're not going up nearly as quickly as they have been. Again, that's good because that's an affordability factor. So we want it to go up for equity purposes, but not the hair on fire. We can't sustain it.
Yeah, and we can't sustain it, and we need a little bit of a break. We need that income levels to increase to offset the price increases.
Right.
So, I mean, I hate to use the word soft landing, but we could be looking at a soft landing in real estate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I feel like that word has just been beat up pretty bad by the Fed. But, I mean, I think it's an appropriate term here.
Yeah.
So, you know what we haven't talked about? Morris, Illinois. I think we should look at some Morris, Illinois data. What do you think?
I think we ought to look at Morris.
All right, let's take a look at Morris after the break. Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from Exit Real Estate Specialists.
And Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Welcome to the Lions Club. Being a lion means knowing that kindness matters. We believe in changing the world by serving the needs of our local communities. More than 1.4 million lions around the world are responding to local and global challenges with kindness and care. Come volunteer with us. Your Lions journey starts here. The Crest Hill Lions Club invites you to reach out to your local Lions Club to learn about how you can be a part of a community and bringing passionate, kind-hearted people together to serve local needs. They build relationships that lead to opportunities, short, when lions serve, life improves, and the community grows. Grow with us. The Crest Hill Lions Club would also like to thank our sponsors who help with our yearly events, such as the car show and picnic at St. Joe's Park, and those who attend and support our Easter egg hunts, Shanahan Bingo, and many more events. The Crest Hill Lions Club meets the first and third Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. For more information on being a lion, go to lionsclub.org to start your journey today. That's lionsclub.org.
Are you ready to make your next move in real estate? Look no further than Exit Real Estate Specialists, your innovative leader in the industry. At Exit, we're not just about transactions. We're about building relationships and fulfilling dreams. Step into a community of empathetic, well-trained professionals dedicated to your success. Our Exit Real Estate professionals are more than just agents. They're your trusted advisors and allies in the journey of buying, selling, or investing in real estate. Whether you're selling your home or searching for your next investment, trust Exit to provide an excellent experience from start to finish. Our commitment to putting people first means you receive personalized attention and support, ensuring your real estate goals are met with success. Call us today at 815-823-5478 or visit exitrealestatespecialist.com to learn more. Exit Real Estate Specialists, exceeding your expectations every step of the way.
You made a smart move to get real with Eddie, helping you make your next smart move into your next home.
I have a client that just loves Morris. They've got a couple investment properties. I think if they had their way, they would sell their house if the right house in Morris came up for them.
I think Morris is a great town.
Yeah.
And they have really invested in their downtown area, and they have a great little restaurants, and
food has gotten so good,
and shopping, and the whole nine. They've come a long way since the quiet little farm town when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean it's still a quiet little farm town.
It's got that vibe.
Yeah.
It's got that quiet vibe, but the downtown and stuff, it's very...
shopping and the food is just...
gives you a lot more choices than it used to be. Yes.
Now I want to go. There's a little place that's like, I forget the name of it. It's right at the end of the strip, downtown, and they do Italian food. And it's like almost like fast food Italian food.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you can get spaghetti. Now I want to go downtown Morris and get spaghetti.
Okay, you go there, and I think they have a Dairy Queen there, too.
Okay, so I can get my...
So you can get your pumpkin pie blizzard.
I have appointments after this show today.
Well...
I don't know when and I'm not in Morris today, so that's okay. We'll get there.
It's all right.
All right. So, Morris, let's take...
I'm telling you, though.
See, this is the problem of having the show before lunch now. So, because now I'm hungry all the time. Well, I'm hungry all the time.
Well, you're always hungry.
I'm always hungry. I love food. What can I say? And tomorrow's the best day of the year.
Saturday will be the best day of the year.
Yeah, that's true. You put it off.
Yeah.
Average sales price for Morris is $268,888, down 3% from last year. Median sales price is $261,750. That's down 4.6%. Now we are not using new construction in these numbers because Nancy last week said take out new construction, so I kept them out this week.
Yeah, I don't think they have as much new construction. It's like Yorkville just has a ton of new construction.
Let's just see what happens to the median sales price.
Right.
So median sales price for resale
but all construction
is $261,750. All construction, it jumps to $265,000.
Yeah, so not that much.
On new construction in Morris is $289,900.
That's a good deal for new construction.
That is a good deal for new construction.
I'm just saying.
If you're looking to buy or build new and you can get new construction under $300,000,
run, don't walk. It's a good deal.
Where's your job at, folks, and is commute from Morris good for you?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's a really solid
I need to
alternative.
flip back over to resale. All right, original list price, $337,605. This is on resale only, up 8.4% on the average. On the median, it is up 11.4% percent of original list price received to $289,450. Market time on the median is 11 days, up 22.2%. Percentage of last list price is 100% on the median. On the average, it's 98.9%, down 0.2 from last year. So original list price is 97.9 on the average, up 0.1%. On the median, they are still getting 99.7%, up 0.5. So still seeing a good solid market, nothing really big there.
You know what I am seeing is less as is.
I've noticed that.
And
I'm
a little
not
bit less as is.
I am not seeing a big merge of foreclosures in our market.
No. Sellers are willing to work with buyers a little more now.
Yep. Months supply, we are looking at 1.4 months in Morris. That's down 6.7% from last year. I want to look at the month supply really quick, month over month though. And so in February, January 2021, we are at 2.4 months. This is going back 3 years. We have been sitting month supply at 1.4 months since June. And it's actually come down this year because January it started off 1.6. So that's showing a strong market. I'm thinking, let me hold off that second, because remember we saw the sales price came down on the median. Or was it the average?
I think it was average.
Average was down 3%. No, the median was down 4.6. I want to know how many closed sales were in Morris.
Yeah.
224. Closed sales, up 4.7%. Still not a huge sample.
No.
So if you have 5 or 6 people that sold for under market value, that may be pulling the price down.
Yeah. Could have skewed it a bit.
Yeah. So, new listings. Let me flip back to bar graph. It's easier. Hold on. 281 new listings. 26 units were available at the end of the month, down 7.1%. 222 units went under contract, up 2.3%. And we are looking at showings per listing at 8.9, still consistent from last year at 8.9. So, yeah,
Just a solid market.
It's just a solid market.
It's a really solid market.
And I think you might have some opportunities from some deals. And when you're looking at the market trend for showings are going pretty much up. You know, we kind of peaked in December of last year, January, came down a little bit, but we're going back up. You know, we're talking 9.4 showings to 8.9. So, I mean, there's just
a dribble down. Yeah.
So, and the showings to contract, I think this gives me an indication of how fast they're showing. You know, pretty steady, about 13 showings on the median per contract. So, average is 17. So, good data.
Yeah.
Definitely some good numbers. So don't let these two concerns hold you back from selling your home this holiday season as we really get into it. The first question, is it a good idea to move right now? That's depending on what you need to do. You know, you may be holding off because you don't want to sell or take a higher mortgage rate on your next house, but your move may be a lot more feasible than you think if you look at your equity.
Yeah, that's why you really have to just run the numbers. It's not a guess. It's a look at the current numbers. Look what's out there. Look at the current interest rates, because you'd be surprised.
Dr. Selma Heap, chief economist at CoreLogic. Persistent home price growth has continued to fuel home equity gains for existing homeowners, who now average about $315,000 in equity, and almost $129,000 more than at the onset of the pandemic.
Yeah, that's incredible.
It's a lot of equity.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Are you going to be able to find a home that you like? Well, we're seeing inventory go up. The supply of homes for sale is growing, but still below the numbers seen in a more normal year. So year over year, we're seeing a 29.2% increase nationally in homes for sale, according to Realtor.com. However, pre-pandemic, we are still down 21.1%. So, yeah, there are more homes for sale. You've just got to look. My question is do you think we are in a point where our industry is going to start getting back to taking homes contingent on sale, or offers contingent on sale?
I don't understand why anybody wouldn't, especially in this market, because we are perking right along. We do have plenty of buyers.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you take a contingent on sale? You see the numbers. It's taken, 9 days, 8 days to go from list to contract? Come on.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't understand that.
I'm right there with you. I can understand if you got multiple offers and all of this, but you've been on the market for more than 10 days. We're the only offer. I'm giving you the property address, price we're listing at, and everything. You should be, as the listing agent, be able to run your numbers and say, you know what, they're going to be pricing this aggressively. I don't see why it wouldn't sell. We should be able to close this in 30, 60, 90 days.
Yeah. And it's built, that timeline is built into the contract.
Yeah.
So if for some reason they don't hit it,
Yep.
you've got protection.
Yep. All right, folks, we still have 720 Orleans Street in Ottawa, Illinois, for sale. This is a 4-bedroom, 4-bath home with a full master bath, 2-car garage, full basement, kitchen in basement. I don't think I've mentioned that the last couple times. Generac generator with the cold weather kit, Nest thermostat, tankless on-demand hot water heater, stainless steel appliances, updated countertops and kitchen, and of course we have an indoor pool, all for $635,000 in Ottawa, Illinois. So this is a definitely unique luxury property. Beautiful property that if you would like to see, give me a call at 815-823-5478. We can set up a private showing for you. The square footage is over 4,000 square feet on this house. Again, 4 bedrooms, 4-bath home with a sauna, with a hot tub. Definitely something that you would definitely want to check out. So, should you rent or should you sell your home?
Should I rent or should I sell? Boom, 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 boom. Oh.
We'll talk about it after the break. Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from Exit Real Estate Specialists.
And Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Welcome to the Lions Club. Being a lion means knowing that kindness matters. We believe in changing the world by serving the needs of our local communities. More than 1.4 million lions around the world are responding to local and global challenges with kindness and care. Come volunteer with us. Your Lions journey starts here. The Crest Hill Lions Club invites you to reach out to your local Lions Club to learn about how you can be a part of a community and bringing passionate, kind-hearted people together to serve local needs. They build relationships that lead to opportunities. In short, when lions serve, life improves, and the community grows. Grow with us. The Crest Hill Lions Club would also like to thank our sponsors who help with our yearly events, such as the car show and picnic at St. Joe's Park, and those who attend and support our Easter egg hunts, Shanahan Bingo, and many more events. The Crest Hill Lions Club meets the first and third Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. For more information on being a lion, go to lionsclub.org to start your journey today. That's lionsclub.org.
Are you ready to make your next move in real estate? Look no further than Exit Real Estate Specialists, your innovative leader in the industry. At Exit, we're not just about transactions. We're about building relationships and fulfilling dreams. Step into a community of empathetic, well-trained professionals dedicated to your success. Our Exit Real Estate professionals are more than just agents. They're your trusted advisors and allies in the journey of buying, selling, or investing in real estate. Whether you're selling your home or searching for your next investment, trust Exit to provide an excellent experience from start to finish. Our commitment to putting people first means you receive personalized attention and support, ensuring your real estate goals are met with success. Call us today at 815-823-5478 or visit exitrealestatespecialist.com to learn more. Exit Real Estate Specialists, exceeding your expectations every step of the way.
Doing everything for you except the moving, and be glad. It's Get Real with Eddie.
All right.
You didn't
Minus your bad singing before we went to the break.
You didn't like that.
That was actually pretty good. I got it. I got it.
You got it? You got that?
Yeah, I did. Recent data from Zillow shows about 2/3, 66% of sellers thought about renting their home before listing, with nearly a third, 28%, taking it possibly serious. Compared to 2021, when fewer than half, 47% of homeowners considered renting before selling, it's clear this is a new trend on the rise. I don't think it's a bad deal.
No.
I'm not going to sit there and go, yeah, no, sell your house. I'm all about building generational wealth. And I will tell you, hold on to your house. Rent it out. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what, be an investor. Don't be a landlord. Here's a property manager for you. Talk to this property manager. Let them be the landlord for you. And then you don't have to sell.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a horrible idea.
No, it's not. And it's building passive income.
I agree. Is your house a good fit for renting? That's always a good question.
That's a really good question. You need to think about those things.
Yep.
Again, run numbers.
If you're moving far away, managing ongoing maintenance could become a major hassle. Property manager takes care of that. Other factors to consider: if your neighborhood is ideal for renters, and if your household needs significant repairs before renting for tenants. Please keep in mind, in many marketplaces, there are property inspections for rental property. You need to check with your municipality and see what they have in place. Joliet has a major property ordinance. Everything has to be inspected. Crest Hill has a smaller ordinance. Lot different than what Joliet has.
And some local municipalities have zero.
I don't think Plainfield has a property inspection.
Not yet.
No. So, are you ready for the realities of being a landlord? Managing a rental property involves more than just collecting rent. It is a commitment and can be a time-consuming challenge. This is why you get a property manager.
Yes.
There's also the risk of tenants missing payments or breaking their lease, which can cause unexpected stress and financial strain, as Redfin notes. Landlords have to fix things like broken pipes, defunct HVAC systems and structural damage. Why would there be structural damage? That threw me off. Among other essential repairs. If you don't have a few $1,000s on hand to take care of these repairs, you could end up in a bind.
Yes. And again, a property manager is great at making sure that all the accounts are set and that the property that you are choosing or the home that you want to use for rental makes sense with the money.
Yeah. Just make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. Do you understand your costs? Your mortgage, your property insurance, taxes, your property insurance.
Yeah, because your property insurance is going to change if you don't live in it.
Maintenance and repairs. Keep in mind, you don't get to put things off like you do at your own house. Something breaks, you have to fix it then.
Yeah.
Not in a couple weeks.
The water heater or the furnace or whatever, yeah, you're going to have to take care of it.
Finding the tenant, advertising costs, background checks, all kinds of things. Credit check. Vacancy. This is when the property's not being rented. You're in the process of going through the regulatory aspects and finding a tenant, so you may be missing a month or two of rent.
Yeah, and doing updates and all the things that you do between tenants.
A property manager can ease the burden, typically charges about 10% of the rent. HOA fees are an additional cost. Do you have that figured into your aspect? I mean, I still say go with the property manager because I'm biased.
Yeah.
And I've got a really good property manager. And if somebody needs that, reach out to me and we can get you that name. Absolutely.
Yep. Because
they just do such an outstanding job. I mean, they really, really do. I don't know any downside of why you should sell versus renting it out. Well, here's the first one. Can you rent out your property? Do you have an HOA that allows rentals?
Right.
That's the first thing you need to check.
Well, and maybe it doesn't make sense financially to rent. Maybe your mortgage payment is higher than, so you're not making as much money. Because you do need some buffer between your actual...
And you may want to take the equity and roll it into the next property if you're stepping up.
Right.
So yeah, that equity shift is the deciding factor.
Yes.
The equity shift is the deciding factor when you're looking at, doing this.
So that would be, again, the only way to know is to run the numbers.
Well, and the other aspect is either way you're coming out ahead. You're taking money out of an appreciating asset and putting it into another appreciating asset. You're not taking the money out and buying a trailer, buying a ski-doo, buying a boat. That's the key thing here. Whether you're buying it, rolling the money into your other occupied property, or you're going to just hold it off and keep it in the rental property, you have equity.
Yes.
And some of that, you can aspect and talk to lenders and look at lines of credit and get a line of credit that might help with the cash flow if the cash flow aspects of something's going to break or repair. That way you have that until you get a couple months. The biggest thing I would tell you is the rental money coming in, you don't touch.
Yeah.
You don't touch it. You just leave it. That just stays in that account.
Mm-hmm.
The whole idea is you make your money when you sell the property. The monthly income is paying the bills. It just pays the mortgage, the rent, and the repairs.
Well, yeah. But you want to make sure that you're making money.
Oh yeah,
You may
gotta know
not
your
touch
numbers.
it,
Yeah.
but you might be putting it into investing it.
That's true. You don't want to leave it in a
Right. You
bank
don't want to
account.
just not touch it.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah, I mean, you
make it work for you.
Yeah, a couple $1,000 sitting in an account is one thing, but you start getting into 10,000 or 12,000. All right, maybe that's a short-term aspects.
Right.
You know, talking to a financial person, where can we put this?
Right.
Should it go into a CD, a savings account? You
Right.
know,
Where are you going to
Yeah.
put that?
yeah. What's long term? Okay, this is a long term. This is going to be for the new roof, so we're going to put this money here because I know in 10 years I got to do a roof.
Yeah.
So we're getting to that point on our rental. I know I got to get a roof
And
soon.
it depends on where you are in your station of life, too. Because 5 years down the road or 10 years down the road, John and I might want to use part of that as a passive income and use a portion of that on a monthly,
Yeah, it's true.
because we're older. So kind of depends. But again,
Well-
your financial advisor is the one that's going to be able to really help you navigate all that.
And once it's paid off completely, then yes, you could tap some of it. You don't need to keep all of it in there.
Right.
You
That's
know,
my point. You
yeah.
don't have to keep all. You don't want to spend it all, but you can tap.
But usually, when if there's still a mortgage against the rental property, you really don't want to.
You want to get rid of that. You want to get rid of that mortgage.
Yeah, pay that as much as possible.
Yep.
And pay it down as much as possible for sure. So, all right, that wraps it up for Get Real with Eddie. Don't forget, check us out online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year at getrealwitheddie.com, talking about your largest investment, your home. That's getrealwitheddie.com, talking about your home.
Thanks for listening. Eddie Ruettiger is the designated managing broker and owner of Exit Real Estate Specialists, located at 2750 Caton Farm Road, Joliet. License number 481014247. For questions, call Eddie at 815-823-5478.